Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Please keep in mind it is a general reading and it's also timeless. So this could be in relation to events that have already taken place in the past, things that are currently playing out in your environment, or things that may come up in the near future, even further beyond. However, I feel that you'll receive this message at the time when you need to hear it. Now, with regards to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from one card from each of the three oracle decks I have here. So I'll pull one card from the Dark Mirror, one from the Angelarium, and then another from the Moonology. We'll then get some tarot messages using the Beautiful Creatures deck. Okay, so Leo, let's take a look and see. That came out pretty aggressively, but I'm pretty sure that's your card, so I'll take it. So just want to say quickly thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings go up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading with myself, you can find the information in the description box below. Now I'm just going to let you know in advance, Leo, why did I say Leo? Sagittarius. I am actually kind of sick. I know I've just recovered, but sadly, yes, my baby sister has caught a cold, and me spending time with her, I've caught it as well now. So this reading may be a little bit slower paced than usual. I will try and keep it to a reasonable time as always, but just bear with me if, you know, I need to clearly and concisely get my thoughts together, because yeah, my head is a little bit fuzzy. So yeah, the card you got from the Dark Mirror deck is Fragmentation. So that's the card you got first, Sag, Fragmentation. So I feel like you're trying to divide yourself up in too many pieces at the moment. I get with this card, it can mean one of several things, but in this case, what I'm getting for you is that you are trying to spread yourself far too thinly at this time, Sagittarius. You're saying yes to too many people and not saying yes enough to yourself. So that is what I'm getting with this so far. So we'll continue and see what else we can find out. But yeah, I feel like you're reaching a point where you have to learn to say no. You have to set realistic expectations for yourself and for those who are reliant on you for this, that, and the other, right? Because otherwise you're just going to burn yourself out. I feel like you're on the verge of exploding because people are making a lot of demands of you simply because they're used to you always saying yes. So before it gets to that point of, you know, volcanic eruption, now would be a good time to actually start prioritizing your tasks, getting very honest and clear about what you can do, what you can't do, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, okay? Because, yeah, you need time for yourself also. I actually got ahead of myself there, so let me put these back, and loads of cards came out then. So let's go over to the Angelarium deck and see what else we can find out about this. Okay, so the card that you have from the Angelarium is Azrael, Angel of Death, right? So this is speaking of a need for change, right? Like we were just discussing, this can no longer continue because it will get to the point where it's going to have serious health implications, impacts on your mental well-being as well as your emotional well-being as well. So I feel like you're already feeling that, and that's why you're reaching a point of, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep this up. I'm exhausted. I just feel like I want to cry. You know, it's that kind of energy. Well, that's being brought to an end. You know, the divine is intervening because, you know, you're running the risk of making yourself seriously ill, right? Is what I'm getting here. So in order to protect, especially the heart space I'm getting, I know he's holding an apple here, but I get like the heart, right? Protecting the heart. So you may have been having like anxiety attacks, heart palpitations, chest pains, things like that. If you are experiencing anything like that, I would recommend taking time out, okay? Having a break. If it continues, obviously get it checked out by a health professional. But yeah, either way, I feel like this is a call to action to stop running around like a headless chicken, okay? Because you're putting your health at risk at this point. So you know, do take that on board if that is you. That is a clear warning here. So let's just go over to the booklet and see what the signs are for this energy. As I said, I feel like, you know, you are being called to put an end to this people pleasing that you're currently doing at the moment. And that's not a dig in any way. It's just simply that, you know, you've taken on a lot of responsibilities and you pride yourself on being able to carry them out. But at this point, you have said yes way too many times. And it's just, you know, it's just the load is too much. You cannot lift anymore. And you cannot lift the load that you currently have at this point. So something has to give, right? So going back to Azrael, the energies, the signs for this energy is an apple, like we saw, the ocean, a skull, all right? So an apple, the ocean, a skull. So you could be in an environment where you're near the ocean. You know, you could be in a situation where you're surrounded by apples, or you've picked up an apple. You see a skull somewhere, I don't know. But there may be something about that moment that holds your attention. If that's the case, if there's something that's really caught your attention that is relevant to any of those signs, pay close attention, because there may be a personal message for you coming in through the divine at this point, right? In order to help you, in order to assist you with this energy. So just be aware of that. Okay, yeah, so let's now go into the moonology and see what advice we can get from the Mother Moon at this time for you, Sagittarius. You're very talkative today, I have to say. The cards are jumping like crazy. So you are wanting to get this out and express the need to say no. Like, you are reaching your limit. I'm definitely getting a sense of that. But the good news is you have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So that's great. I mean, this is telling you that all your hard work and efforts, all the sacrifices that you've made are about to pay off, right? So it's time for you to reap the rewards and to enjoy, right, what's coming your way. It's your time to enjoy this abundance, right? Because you've been taking care of everything and everyone else. Well, now it's your time to be taken care of, to enjoy the benefits of these, right? These sacrifices that you've made for, you know, something that you knew was going to pay off in the long run. But I feel like the payoff is about to arrive. So that's nice. Okay. And I feel like from this point now you're going to get very selective with your energy and your time and your attention, which is good. So let's see what the tarot reveals. I'm sure it can tell us a bit more about this and what's going on here and how exactly this is playing out. But it's looking good. You just, like I said, need to start using the word no more often, okay? And I feel like you will start doing that. Now you've had this kind of, I feel like a bit of a scare, right, in some way, or a wake-up call. You're starting to realize what you've been doing, right? So the first card you have here is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So that's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like, yeah, this is kind of like a blessing in disguise. It's allowing you to realize where, you know, you are running yourself thin, that maybe you are neglecting certain other, not neglecting, but it's like you can't give as much to certain people and certain responsibilities that you have because you've taken way too much on, right? And you're starting to see how that could be affecting your family life as well, right? So you're choosing to make a decision here based on that, you know. How can I best be, you know, around for my family? How can I restore a work-life balance here, right? Next card you have is the Six of Swords in reverse, the air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Yeah, I feel like it's a case of, you know, I feel like some of you travel a lot for work, right? This is the problem. Those of you I'm picking up on, you travel a lot for work. You have to travel long distances. Maybe you have to drive very far. Maybe you have to, you know, actually get a plane, right? Maybe you have to cross countries, cross borders, right, for your job. And you're seeing how much it's having a detrimental impact on your family life because you're never around, right? And now you're just in a place where you're like, okay, this needs to end. I cannot do this anymore. I need to either change my job so that I can be more available for my family, or I need to change my approach on how I'm doing this, right? If I can spend more time, you know, in my hometown rather than having to fly so frequently, right? So I feel like you are assessing on what needs to happen so that you can be, you know, at home more, spend more time with your family, your partner, your friends, you know, whatever. Because your free time is suffering is what I'm getting. You don't really have downtime. So that's what you're trying to address. When it comes to the next card, you have the paranormal, right? So yeah, this is you exploring, you know, I feel like this is you exploring a whole new path, right? I know it talks about curiosity, it's the paranormal, right? But it's like, I feel like this abundance that's coming in, because I do see it coming in, and you making these changes, you know, choosing different things to sacrifice this time around. It's going to bring you closer together as a family unit, but it also gives you more time to explore your bond, your connection, you know, and see where it can go, you know, how strong, it, you know, the family dynamic can become, right? And I feel like it's new. It's going to be new, you guys spending so much time together, but that's what I'm seeing here. Because you don't, I feel like you're like, at the moment with this card especially, because I get a totally different meaning in this spread. What I get from this is like you're a bunch of strangers living together at the moment. So this is your opportunity to actually get to know each other better as well, as individuals, not just as, oh, my son, my daughter, my wife, you know, the person I live with, and those family ties, but to get better know the person on a soul level, right? The next card you have is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So that's air energy. So yeah, this is essentially you closing things that basically you wrapping things up that no longer have a place in your life. You saying no to certain commitments that you deem undeserving of your time, commitments that demand too much of your time, or that are simply just not in your best good, right? Your highest interests at this point, right? You've had to make certain priorities, and with that comes certain sacrifices. So I feel like, yeah, you're choosing to let go of things that you know is going to cause more issues, more difficulties in your situation, right? That's going to cause more pain when it comes to yourself and your family members, right? So you're not wanting to jeopardize the connection with your family any further. So that's what I'm getting. You're closing certain, you know, you're retracting your obligation to certain tasks or certain responsibilities. Next card you have is the Temperance. Okay, so this is Sagittarius's card. This is you. So that's good. I feel like you are going through a bit of a transformation, right? And it's really made you pull back and realize where your time and attention would be best spent, i.e. at home. So now you're trying to find that right balance, and I feel like you will get there. And that's why you're showing up in your energy, which is all about tempering, balancing, you know, finding even keel, equilibrium, and as well as taking like the higher path, the spiritual path. So yeah, that's really good to see. And then the last card you have is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of doing this behind the scenes. You're not telling anyone what you're doing at the moment. You're just kind of, you know, assessing the situation, taking responsibility, knowing that there's a significant change is needed, and you taking action towards it. But you're not vocalizing it, you're just doing it, is what I'm seeing, which is awesome. So that's looking actually really good, Sagittarius. You recognize the issue here. You're understanding where changes are needed, and I see you doing it. So very good. You can't ask for more than that, really. So I really hope this reading helps for those of you who it resonates for. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, I mean, it's like sometimes we do drop the ball a little bit, or sometimes we do lose sight of what's the most important thing in our lives, or things in our lives, because we get so caught up in the rat race, or with work, and wanting to secure a legacy, wanting to secure stability, especially when you already have a family. So I do understand that, but the fact that you recognized it has become out of balance and you're doing something is awesome. So you should pat yourself on the back for recognizing the issue and wanting to address it head on. So all the best with that, Sagittarius, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.